So I guess we can talk about you. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video. And in today's video, we have yet another rumor. And honestly, I was not going to make this video, but a lot of people were hitting me up today and begging me to make a video on Russell Wilson, man. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't even know why I'm doing this because it's not going to happen. But for the sake of the people that want this video to come out and really have that hope that we can land Russell Wilson, I'm doing it for you guys. So before we get into today's video, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL. In this case, I watched the football team, and let's get straight into today's video. So per Albert Breer, the Washington football team are rumored to be interested in monitoring the Russell Wilson situation. So if you guys don't know, supposedly Russell Wilson is frustrated with the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, and could you blame him? Because he's getting hit every single play. They haven't been able to get him no protection. And this is not nothing that's new with Seattle. This has been happening. I mean, honestly, even when they won that Super Bowl, their offensive line was solid, but it was never really phenomenal, and they just haven't gave no protection to Russell Wilson. I think it finally registered in his head when he seen how bad Patrick Mahomes was getting beat up by the Buccaneers front seven all night long. And I know Russell Wilson has felt like this for a very long time. The offense became stale at the end of the year. It was just a lot that went wrong with Seattle. I mean, we could have beat him even with Dwayne Haskins if he didn't have that turnover, and he tried to lead us back, but obviously he failed in an attempt to. But I just feel like if we had better QB play, we would have beat Seattle, and maybe Russell Wilson is just tired of it, but I highly doubt we have maybe a 0% chance to land Russell Wilson, if that. But with Russell Wilson and his slight chance of him coming to Washington, I think we should be at the top of his list because he's a Virginia kid. He grew up as a Washington fan, and he said that he keeps close tabs on Washington since he was their favorite team growing up, or we were his favorite team growing up. So we don't know how true that statement holds now as a grown man and now that he plays in the National Football League, but I guess since he's a Virginia kid, hometown team, I guess that could probably have leverage. But as you can see with me talking about Russell Wilson, I just can't really see it happening. Seattle has been a very loyal franchise to Russell Wilson. Although they haven't gave him the best offensive line, I'm pretty sure this offseason and this draft, they're going to try to give him the offensive line that he wanted. Because although he has been showing frustration in past years, this year, the Seattle Seahawks front office is probably like, hey, man, we need to do something now because Russell Wilson is frustrated. Like I said, not like he hasn't been frustrated before, but now he's starting to show it. It's rumors that he wants out of Seattle, and you don't know what can happen. You don't know what's going on with Russell Wilson and his agent. For all we know, Russell Wilson could very well want out of Seattle, or this thing could be fluff and he could very well be happy in Seattle, which I think this whole thing is. I just think that this is another guy trying to get another clickbait article. Like I said, this is just my opinion. I'm not going to say Russell Wilson doesn't want out of Seattle, but I just feel like it's lion season. And as Washington fans, we haven't had a quarterback in so long. Since I became a fan, we haven't had a stable quarterback, maybe outside of Kirk Cousins, obviously. But other than that, we really haven't had a stable quarterback, and it just seems like any quarterback that, seems to have rumor interest in Washington, or we have rumor interest in them, it just seems like we're jumping on it, and we're like, hey, man, we need to get this guy. He wants to come here, and let's go pursue him. And in this case, with Russell Wilson, I cannot blame you, because if you guys don't know, Russell Wilson is my favorite NFL player, like, out of everyone. It would be exciting to get Russell Wilson here, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see no way that we could possibly land Russell Wilson unless he really, maybe pulls a Deshaun Watson and doesn't show up to Seattle, don't show up to training camp. But Russell Wilson does not seem like that kind of guy to do something like that. But you never know what can happen. He could very well want out of Seattle. And then months later down the road, we can come back here and laugh at this video for me being wrong about my opinion today, when Russell Wilson very well could request a trade. But as of right now, February 12th, 2021, I don't see Russell Wilson requesting a trade. I don't see no way we can get Russell Wilson here in Washington. Like I said before, guys, it is Lion season. Everyone is trying to get their articles out there. Everyone is trying to get clickbaits. Everyone is just trying to get fan bases riled up so they can, be like, oh, look what Albert Breer said. The only one, and I'm not saying Ian Rappaport doesn't do this, but the only one that's really that I get my sources from, and usually you guys too should, is Ian Rappaport, maybe even Adam Schefter, but I'm more of an Ian Rappaport kind of guy. So when I first seen this, even if Ian Rappaport did report this, I still would have thought that it's fluff, but I feel like it holds a little bit more weight for Ian Rappaport. But as soon as I seen this, Albert Breer, Jason Lockenflower, I was like, yeah, man, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's just another rumor. This has been happening, and this is going to continue to happen all off season long because we need a quarterback. Every single quarterback that we have, or that, somewhat is frustrated with their team, or once traded, or that's going to become a free agent this offseason, we're going to be tied to, guys. So I'm not going to tell you guys how to feel about wanting Russell Wilson. He's a future Hall of Famer. He already has a Super Bowl championship, man. And I'm going to be honest, man. If he comes into Washington and he can have the line, and no, I'm not saying we have one of the best lines in the NFL by far, but we do have a better offensive line compared to Seattle by far. But honestly speaking, if he comes to Washington, we instantly become a Super Bowl contender. And that's honestly with any free agent or, quarterback that we have to trade for that's really a veteran and that's really good. I honestly think we're just a quarterback away. And yeah, obviously a few minor pieces like a linebacker or a safety or maybe even a wide receiver too, obviously, or even a tight end. We still light years away, but I just think if we do get a quarterback, we're going to be able to compete next year. We're not going to be complete, but we're going to be able to compete next year. But I just want you guys to look past Russell Wilson. Like I said, this video could age poorly and we can come back a couple months and laugh at my opinion, but I'm going to stand on that, man. I just don't see no way that they let Russell Wilson walk out of their doors. If you really want Russell Wilson and you're on the fence where it's just like, win me a championship now, win me a championship now, cool, you can have that. But if you're like me and you want to build for the future, as much as we would want Russell Wilson here, it would be terrible. This trade could be worse than the matter of fact, this trade will be worse than a Matthew Stafford trade. This trade is going to require maybe 5 first-round picks at the minimum, and I know that sounds crazy, but you guys seen that Matthew Stafford deal. Matthew Stafford is not a Russell Wilson, and no shade to Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford is really good, but he is not a Russell Wilson. So just imagine what Seattle's going to want for Russell Wilson. Probably 5 first-round picks, 4 first-round picks, a second, third, maybe even Chase Young and Montez Sweat. This trade is going to be so bad for our future. As much as I would love to do it, as far as, not giving up Chase Young, obviously, or first-round picks, as much as I would love to do it for the player Russell Wilson, I don't want to give up nothing on this roster for him. I don't want to give up Terry McLaurin. I don't want to give up Montez Sweat. I don't want to give up Chase Young. I don't want to give up Deron Payne. I don't want to give up Jonathan Allen. I don't want to give up nothing, especially on this defensive end of the ball. I just don't see it being a smart move if we did do something like that. Like I said, they're going to be wanting probably most of those guys and 4 first-round picks, and trust me, you can't be mad at Seattle for wanting that. It's Russell Wilson. Like I said, man, I just wanted to come on here and talk about the rumors. Trust me, this isn't going to be the last time we have a rumor video. This is like the 4th or 3rd one already. Odell, Derek Carr, Sam Darnold, Drew Lock, Russell Wilson. This is not going to be the last time you see my face talking about rumors this offseason. Trust me, guys, I know we're fiending for a quarterback, and trust me, we need a quarterback. But it's Lion season. Don't believe everything you see. Now, like I said before multiple times in this video, he could very well be frustrated and want out of Seattle, but I just don't see it. So, as always, it's me, boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Washington football team. Let me know how you guys feel about this video down below. How do you feel about Russell Wilson? I'm pretty sure 99% of you guys that's in the fan base have the same opinion as me. As much as we want Russell Wilson, it's not going to happen. One, Seattle isn't going to let him him go. And 2, the compensation would be outrageous and we would be doomed. And Marty Mayhew and Marty Herney came in and they made it abundantly clear that they don't want to mortgage the future of the team. So I think if we did this trade, that would just go against everything they said in their press conferences. I'm not going to tell you guys how to feel about getting happy for Russell Wilson or however you're going to feel about this, but just don't take everything you see and run with it. Everything you have to take with a grain of salt, especially in the offseason, because once again, it is Lions season. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to watch the football team. I'm out. Peace.